What's going on, everybody? My name is Darren, and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to talk to you about the process of ordering the Corvette and just a very short review of just ownership for about 2 weeks. I ordered the Corvette from McMulkin. It's a 2023 Corvette. I was researching, doing a lot of research, and trying to figure out where I could order one from at MSRP. So in New Orleans, I went to a few places. Only one dealership said at MSRP. I went there and I actually filled out everything. I gave them my bill and all that, and I've never, till this day, received a call back. So I don't know what actually happened with that, but I did contact two other dealerships at the same time, and they all were over MSRP. They couldn't give me any allocation for under. So I researched and found that McMulkin, which is in New Hampshire, is notified. I mean, it's known to be the number one Corvette dealership. I believe in the last 2 years now, or last year, and probably this year, in 2023. So I recommend them 100% if you just don't want any type of issues. You have clear communication. I will go through McMulkin no matter where you're at in the country. So that's what I did. It was a $3,000 deposit, and it goes towards the sale, to just hold it and to get an allocation for your car. I did that January 3rd, 2023. January 3rd. So I was in a Facebook group just posting. It was a Corvette. It was a Corvette Facebook group where I was posting just my statuses. One, to keep up with it, and two, to engage with the group. So this might help us figure out like how things look. Like I told you, I ordered January 3rd. May 17th is when I got a message. My Corvette, has actually been accepted by GM. So from January 3rd until May 17th is when I waited. That was when I got the notification. Hey, your Corvette has been accepted by GM. So that means they're going to build it, right? Then after that, on May 26th, which is 9 days later, I got the status 3,000. And that was exciting. Every single time, uh, every every single time I got a status, I was just up in arms. And I actually, at that status, and most people don't recommend this, but I actually got approval from my bank at that status. At that point, McMulkin actually said that I should receive my car within the next 6 to 8 weeks at status 3,000. So at that point, I just decided to go right on ahead and get my bank approval. And the bank that I bank with actually has an approval time frame of 90 days. So, I was a little excited. I kind of jumped the gun with that. But I just wanted everything to be smooth as soon as the process started, and it worked out. It worked out. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but I did it. It worked out for me at that point. So the next code, June 12th, was status 3300. June 12th was status 3300. Right after the status 3000. That was exciting. And then I got my target production week for my Corvette to be produced on the 26th of that month. So right after that, from June 12th to June 22nd, I was at status 3400. So, this is just like things kept moving quicker and quicker after status 3000. So from from January 3rd to May 17th or May 26th, things kept moving at a very faster pace. I would get like an update every 1 or 2 weeks. July 13th, after status 3400, from June 22nd, my next status was July 13th. I got status 4,000. Status 4,000. And that was very, very exciting. Once again, I already have my paperwork done. This is when most people say, hey, go get your paperwork done because your car is being produced. It's about to be produced. So this is the point where your car is produced or being produced, and this is the actual status where people suggest that you go on ahead and get your banking, your paperwork done. if unless you're paying cash and you just have everything already uh, straight away. And then next we have um, where my car was headed to the dealership, which was July 25th. And that same day, I got a call stating that my car was already there. So I picked it up 3 days later, July 28th. And I mean, I just can't tell you how happy. I just can't tell you how happy I was. Um, it was. It's just the reason why. I mean, yes, it's just a car, but it was a goal of mine. There's not too many other things. Once again, I would want that is material. Um, so it was like, oh, cool. Like I actually got something that I wanted. I mean, that's literally it. Like it wasn't no more than that. I got something that I wanted. I've been a car guy for a while, and this is a car that I feel like I will keep for a very long time and build, and do whatever I can with it. It's a Corvette. It's lovely. I see Corvettes 20 years ago still look great, and hopefully I could do that with mine. Things change, of course, not a rule, but right now I that's how much I like it. And honestly, I only got a one LT. I really didn't even necessarily want. Well, budget wise, of course, I only had a budget to where I wanted to spend a certain amount of money, and all the other things that was added to it, I kind of didn't really care about, and I'm gonna make it my own. So yeah, let's take a ride, look in it, and see exactly what I love about it. It's not too many things I don't like about it, but let's go for a ride. So here she goes, y'all. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did to it, like any specs. First thing first is I changed this to black. That's I actually ordered that from Corvette. During the build, I didn't do anything to the car, like nothing. I have the regular wheels, the regular silver wheels, but I do have the side skirts, so the ground effects package with the front splitter. You can see it there. And also, I have, this is really bright. I have the large spoiler on the back. And if you can see this, and I also have the red brake calipers. And not only that, in the inside, I opted to get the red seats, of course. So let's start her up. The graphics that come on as soon as you get in the car. If you haven't seen them in other videos already, guys, I am already at 1,800 miles. Trust me, I was trying to get my braking period in. So everything is pretty straightforward. The car looks great, feels great. I have no complaints. Like none whatsoever. Put on my seatbelt. Let's just take a ride. So I didn't look at all of the extra mods and stuff that you could do for it because I didn't really care to. I knew I wasn't going to get most of that or any of that. I did try to get the black forged wheels, but they were on constraint. And I did actually want the black high wing, but I couldn't get that either. That was on constraint as well. But in all honesty, everything still came out looking good. I was mostly worried about the exterior and how I wanted to look versus the interior. That was pretty easy. I just wanted the red seats. I'm not too big of a complainer or a heckler about all the extra bells and whistles I think that you could get in here. It wasn't that exciting to me. You already get leather. You're already in a high performance car. Um, it looks great. Feels great. I mean, for the price, I didn't want to pass it up. And versus getting used, as far as a used Corvette, I don't think that was smart because they're the same cost as a new or even more in today's market. So I didn't do that either. Now, as far as, changing modes, right now I'm in tour mode, and right here, you can change your modes. We have our sport mode right here. And there we have our track mode. I actually love track mode just because of how it sounds. But yeah, the experience of the car, the feel of the car, I mean, it's cool. The only other sports car that I had, it's not necessarily too comparable, but I mean, I guess horsepower wise, it's a little comparable. But the 2020 Dodge Charger wide body Scat Pack. I mean, and they are two totally different cars for sure. Sports car wise, but it was also white, black rims. I got wanted on here, but it's all good. It was a pretty cool car, but just having this, the experience of it is you definitely have a lot of looks. A lot of people like to, still discuss things. I actually, when I went to work, my boss was like, "Oh man, he didn't know what it was," and he was like, "That car's like $100,000," like, so. Even though I'm pretty sure he just doesn't know, the starting cost of everything. So, but it still get that kind of attention, which can be cool, but sometimes can be like, oh yeah, As far as me, the fact that I just like the car, like it's not for the attention. And my dad had a Corvette before, it was always a cool thing, pretty cool feeling to get in there. It's just something to enjoy. I work a lot, a heck of a lot, and why not enjoy getting there, when I can in this car, or just enjoy this for the weekend, versus going, spending money elsewhere. So this was the fun that I decided, right? So everybody has their things on what they want, but yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool car. So just wanted to share with y'all, the car, what was the process, and just a small review on it. If you guys want to see more of it, I definitely can. The last video I made, actually got more views than usual, and it had my Corvette in it. It was a little about my Corvette, so I wanted to try to make another one about it, and maybe this is the direction my channel needs to go in, but we'll see how this one do within a week, and I'll see y'all next time.